Welcome back to Soft Spoken English, the place where we learn English through heart-touching and real-life stories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Soft Spoken English.
Have you ever been in an office meeting and you wanted to say something, but you didn't know the polite way to say it? Maybe you stayed quiet, or you said something, but later you thought, I could have said that in a better way. Today, I'll share 5 powerful and polite English sentences that will make you sound professional, confident, and respectful in any meeting. And stay with me till the end, because sentence number 5 is my personal favorite, and it works like magic in building good relationships at work. Hi friends, welcome back to Soft Spoken English. I'm Rashika, and here we learn simple, clear English that you can use in real life. If you are new here, I post videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, so make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a lesson. And today's lesson is extra useful because whether you're in an online Zoom call or sitting in a conference room, these polite English sentences will help you speak with confidence and respect. Sentence 1, could we circle back to that later? Imagine this, you're in a meeting, and your manager is discussing the monthly report. Suddenly, a colleague asks a question about next year's budget. It's an important topic, but not for this moment. Instead of saying let's talk later, which can sound like you're ignoring them, say, could we circle back to that later? This shows you respect their point. You acknowledge it's important, but you want to discuss it at the right time. Example 1. That's a great point, but could we circle back to that later so we can finish today's agenda? Example 2. Let's circle back to that in the second half of the meeting. Type in the comments, have you ever been in a meeting where people jump to unrelated topics? Sentence 2, I see your point, however. Now, sometimes in meetings, you may not agree with someone. But saying you're wrong is too direct. A more polite way is, I see your point, however. Why this works? It starts with agreement, you show you've listened. Then you bring your perspective without hurting feelings. Example 1. I see your point, however, we might need to look at last month's data before deciding. Example 2. I see your point, however, our customers may expect something different. When you use however, pause slightly. It makes you sound thoughtful and professional. Sentence 3, could you please clarify that? In meetings, not everything is clear. Sometimes people speak too fast, use technical terms, or share data without context. Instead of saying, I didn't get it or what, use could you please clarify that? This is polite because you're asking for help without blaming the speaker. It invites them to explain for everyone's benefit. Example 1. Could you please clarify that last point about the budget cuts? Example 2. Could you clarify what you mean by phase 2? Repeat after me, could you please clarify that? Say it once with a smile, See how friendly it sounds. Sentence 4. Let's take this offline. This is a very common corporate phrase. When a topic is too detailed or only relevant to a few people, you can say, let's take this offline. Meaning, we'll talk about this later. Not in this public meeting, but privately or in a smaller group. Example 1. That's important, but let's take this offline so we don't run out of time. Example 2. Let's take this offline and discuss it after the meeting. If you're leading the meeting, this sentence keeps discussions focused and saves time. Sentence 5. I appreciate your input. Here's my favorite sentence. Whenever someone shares an idea, whether you agree or not, saying, I appreciate your input is like giving a verbal handshake. It makes the other person feel valued. Example 1. I appreciate your input, Sarah, and I think we can combine your idea with the current plan. Example 2. I appreciate your input. Let's explore this further in our next meeting. Why it works. It shows respect. It encourages more ideas in the future. It builds a positive work environment. Microphone. So, those were the 5 polite English sentences for office meetings. Could we circle back to that later? I see your point, however. Could you please clarify that? Let's take this offline. I appreciate your input. Now tell me, which one will you use in your next meeting? Or, if you've heard any other polite meeting phrases, share them in the comments so we can all learn. If you found this useful, watch my video here, Point to Card, where I share 10 polite phrases for emails that will make your professional English even stronger. And don't forget to subscribe to Soft Spoken English for more simple, real-life English tips. See you in the next video.